hitting it? Got it.
We are live. I'm getting the barbecue ready.
Boom, he's getting it.
Episode 10.
Heck yeah, it's 10.
Christmas on Crestline.
What?
Is in the house.
Fun times shall be had.
And again, your other channel's name, which I can't remember off the top of my head.
Multicasting.
There we go.
Oh,
nice.
Multicasting.
Didn't know that.
Very nice.
We
Yeah.
started it not too long ago.
Oh.
We're diverse.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Diverse
Extremely
folks.
diverse. So good
We're
to
like
have you.
Mark Saliba.
Oh.
What? Who does most of
Mark
the at Christmas.
Saliba.
And he's tuning in.
Nice.
Now, him and Big Dog are both folks that were once just STD fans,
Oh, yeah.
but now are COC fans.
Love it. Love it. They've come over. Now, you brought these over for
Yes.
us to try.
Yes.
So why don't we talk about them real quick? So we have Single Cask Nation.
Balcone single cast nation.
So Balcones.
double cask.
Balcone Single Cask Nation going.
This is only the second one single cast nation has ever actually double cast.
Ooh,
So
really?
yeah, kind of a big deal.
So we'll be trying that.
Yes.
And then the Garrison Brothers Blue Top.
Balmore.
Balmore.
Balmore. It's named after a park in High, Texas.
All right. Now, which one? I know this is going to be super high proof, right?
Yeah.
57.5.
You probably want to go Balcones before you go Garrison Brothers.
Okay,
You
even
go
though this is
Burger Pallet.
60.9. Got
Yes.
it. All right. Scott will be popping in and out. He's been doing some grilling. We were pulling all that meat.
Smoking.
Smoking,
grilling.
not grilling, smoking. Sorry. He was
Pulling meat here,
smoking.
folks. You're here
Pulling
first.
meat. All right. We'll pour you guys here. And we'll pour you guys here. You can get more, obviously. We're going to pour just a little bit for us.
Yeah, I didn't want to show up empty-handed, but I want you guys to have everything, so I don't get something that you guys probably didn't have.
Yeah.
All right. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, what did you, yeah.
Yeah, this one's yours.
There we go.
Oh, which
No,
one is
that's
it?
yours.
This one's mine.
This one's yours.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys just did the Balcones family video.
Yes.
But you don't have the single cast nation version of it.
True.
That's true. That
So-
is true. Single cast. I got several single cast nations at home. I think you've got a couple
Yeah,
as well.
got a few right down behind you.
They do a wonderful job
Oh
of picking
my
out some
gosh,
good
yes.
single casks as well.
Now
Jason and Joshua. We did a live stream with them several
Long
years
time
ago.
Did you have to do a like a raffle for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get on there, you're like, hey, I'm interested in this bottle. And they're like, you get selected? Yes, I got selected. And this was an $85 purchase. And Single Cast Nation does that thing where
Yeah,
everything's
$10.
$10.
Yeah.
So.
Don't you have two bottles?
Yeah, I bought two of them. Yeah.
Perfect.
Bought one, figured hopefully I like it. Buy a second one in case I really do like it. And I did.
I did a single cask deal for something that was hard to get, and what hurt me deeply, which
Okay.
was not their fault. But I put in, and I got an email. You were not chosen. And I'm like,
Oh,
dang,
yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. And then they were like, we've got somebody that failed to close the deal. We've got more open. And then I got an email. You were not chosen. I was like, dang, you're playing with me. And then they were like, we've got more that were not claimed in the time period. You're all up again. You did not get it. And I'm like, oh, you're killing me. Now I was like pissed. I'm like, just make me a loser already. And then by the time, and I'm got to tell you, they came in and said, hey, you won. And I was like, I don't want it. Yeah, I was like hurt at that point. And then I was like, well, that was wrong of me.
Good time.
Yeah, but I felt
Yeah.
like I kept getting defeated.
Yep.
And then when I won, I didn't want it, which I should have
You
taken
hope
it
you
anyway.
drop.
But it mentally
That's
messed
right.
with me. So now when I put in, I'm just along for the ride. So I assume I won't get it, but I'm along for the ride. Let me sip it neat.
Yeah. Before we started, I was telling Bart here that Mark, who's tuning in, his wife Yvette emailed me a picture today because they got up early
That's good.
to do a workout to make certain that they could watch all 12 hours. So good for them.
Love it.
And then they went outside and she took a picture of Mark drinking whiskey, hanging Christmas lights as they're watching the 12 hours of Boom. So I emailed that to you guys so you could partake in Mark's gloriousness. And he looks like he needs to be posing for like the Whiskey Advocate Advent calendar. And he's, you like to see it. It's a good, he takes a good photo.
Real.
So good for Mark. Yeah, good for Yvette.
Nice.
So I was on here 2 or 3 years ago. Scott was out of town.
Oh yeah.
And I came in and we did the Axe in the Oak Rye, and Big Dog and Mark came over to Christmas on Crestline. And I teach folks. I have a whiskey. Well, we have a new whiskey show, but I have a YouTube show. Teach folks how to animate Christmas lights. We won the 2018 Kansas Christmas Light Fight, and we computerized Christmas lights, and we have them dance to music to our own FM radio transmitter, and we teach folks what to do with Christmas lights. And Gene and I are both avid whiskey fans. And several years ago, I got allergic to beer. I'm an American who can't drink beer, so that sucks. And Bart here has this whiskey show called the Scotch Test Dummies.
Right.
So we started watching the Scotch Test Dummies for the comedy.
Mhm.
And like, let's go get a bottle.
Right.
Yeah, let's go get a bottle and
Maybe
watch along with them.
The deadpan.
The deadpan.
You don't even have to speak to be funny. That's like a step above.
That's right.
You just look at the camera and they laugh.
It's almost like a Seinfeld moment.
True.
So we're watching for the comedy, got some bottles, started watching with them, and then about a year after learning to develop our palates, and like, okay, let's try the scoring thing now. We've been drinking for a year or two. So we learned to drink whiskey. We grew up on the Scotch Test Dummies.
Love it.
So
Grew up.
we grew up. Grew up watching the Scotch Test
Now,
Dummies.
Gene, what's your favorite whiskey? You have a favorite?
Ooh, good call.
Well, 80 Laws is by far my favorite
really?
distilling. They really do know how to do whiskey, in my
Yeah.
opinion. You
I've
got
got a square bottle up there.
Yeah, you have a cow down here
Yep.
too.
And then there's that red one up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I really do everything that
Really?
they've done. I just
Yeah.
like all of it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
We went to their distillery during the middle of COVID, is we couldn't go in, but they were the only ones there, so they brought everything out to the threshold of the door and let us try everything they had. So they treated us right. Good folks.
Hmm.
And then we just got invited down to we did the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, which you guys were just talking about wanting to go recently.
Yeah.
We got invited as multicasting. We got invited to go down to Rabbit Hole, and Adam Edwards, their brand ambassador, invited us down there. Went down there, shot several episodes, had a great time down there. So
What we
That
need to
was
do is an
good.
RV trip down there.
I'm telling you,
Oh, that would be fun.
you already,
See?
you already got the traveling dummies.
I
Make the
know.
traveling dummies the traveling dummies.
Yes, we'd be in an RV. We just go from place to place. We could get a driver, Whiskey Scout. It's all
Yeah.
set up. The Whiskey Scout can't stay in the vehicle though.
Ring a
Gotta be
ding a
in
ling
pup-
for
pup
fight
tent.
for sound. Ring a ding a ling there.
Oh yeah, ring
Super
it
chat
in.
came in for the whiskey retirement fund.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's for Scott. Scott.
That's
and
the
our whiskey
dream retirement fund right there.
Yeah.
That's paying for the RV.
Well, this is nice. This is actually
like that.
Somehow I thought it was going to be more of a punch in the face, but it's a lot smoother.
It's different than the other balconies line.
Yeah. It was, and I'm not picking up a lot of that mesquite.
Yeah, you
which-
don't.
Yeah.
I'm second guessing this at first. I'm like, this does not have the normal balconies profile. And they did a whole hour-long episode on their YouTube channel. Single Cast Nation did about the notes on this and what they got and why they selected this barrel and why they chose this as only the second barrel they've ever double cast.
Hmm.
So they had a whole kind of neat thing about it.
Very cool.
I just step over here and grab a bite to eat.
Yeah, we've got the food done. There's some folks eating in the back in case you hear them.
There's so much food here,
So
folks.
Shakes Pennington is here. Bring it down a little bit.
Classic cousin Shane.
It's not a
All
bar.
right.
It's fun times go over here. I tell you, it's the second time I've ever been here, but the first time I think it was for board games.
Board games,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That was a quick stop because you guys
Yeah,
were headed
we were
out
on
on
our
a
way
date.
someplace else.
Yeah, date night.
Right, you had a date night. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
That was a crazy night because then we all got called in on the
Oh, yeah.
the bomb/wounded officers, and yeah,
That was
so
weird night. So we're going to bring some Christmas lights over today. But then Gene reminded me last time you brought Christmas lights over, it bugged the camera too much.
Oh, really?
And you
Yeah.
shut them off quick enough. I'm like, we'll just talk about Christmas because it's always in our hearts.
hold on. Robert Licorice came in. Look at this super chat. Robert Licorice for the RV Fun Bruno.
Traveling dummies
Traveling dummies, baby.
initiated.
Look at that. He's on it.
Mhm.
He's on. He's got this cool little avatar picture where he's bowling between his legs. That's what I think that is right there.
that's what it looked like earlier.
Glasses.
Let's see. I hear the sniper says he hears Dolly Parton has a used RV for sale.
Nice. You don't want a new RV. You don't want to break them in. You want
No.
them broken in.
Comes with some wigs. All right, let's see. What do we got? We got some cheers coming around. Cool. All right, yeah. So that's actually very surprising. Now,
Mhm.
why did they do a double?
I don't remember.
Okay,
It's been over a year since I watched the episode.
I'm with
I
you
don't
100%. 100%. That is nice, though. Yeah, I was expecting
Mhm.
that sagebrush at 4 years,
Yeah.
but no.
Now, I was going to bring an iron rope, but you guys don't have anything that I don't own that's an iron rope. But you don't have either of these two Texas distilleries, and
Right.
they are completely contrast in one another. They are
Very.
the antithesis of profiles these two bottles are from one another. This Garrison Brothers Balmore is going to be completely different.
So we're talking Garrison Brothers, and Charlie was down at a total in Dallas, and he sends me some pictures, and they've got row and row of these. And I'd said, hey, pick me up one. And he said, well, they're all the same. I said, no, pick it up, take a closer look. They're all going to be different based on the ABV. But you picked up a blue, which I did not know what it was.
We were on the Texas. Had 5 bourbons I wanted to get this year. This is one of those 5. And we're on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. We go to the Total down there, and they had this.
Nice.
At the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Can't find it anywhere, and I happened to find it in
Did
Kentucky.
you need any water?
No, I'm good.
So
I'm
you're
good.
still
Thank you.
working? All right.
I remember that when we were at the Total and you were getting the silver top,
Yes.
and because you told him to get one, and that at the time that was the most expensive bottle that we had purchased.
Yes.
69.6 ABV.
Yeah.
I remember
Since
so.
then,
Yep.
that's not the case anymore, and I do
Oh,
blame
yeah.
you for that.
You
by
should
the way.
blame me. Yes.
'Cause
Because I think
I would still be drinking Miller Lite if it wasn't for him
no need.
telling me that I needed to
What we've
watch your
done
drink.
is set you free.
Yeah,
Okay. It was costly.
you set my wallet.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
credit
Well,
card.
we set it all free.
We're on the way over here. She goes, we're talking about our journey towards whiskey. She goes, you have any idea if you didn't have a whiskey show, how much money we would have now?
Yeah. No. But almost no joy. Almost no joy would you have.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Bring it to perspective.
Right.
That's right. You got to go with the joy. Yeah, because when you picked this up, I was like, just grab me a couple of the high proof. And when you're ready, let me know when you're ready for this. Scott, same deal. And the Garrison Brothers, now this I have never had. But both their the black top is they're more like lower proof, 15,000 bottles.
Yeah, the small batch.
But it holds the flavor. But the silver tops are all single barrels. Like the one I got had only 12 or 24 bottles or something.
It's surprisingly a low amount.
Yeah. And it has this, at least those had these rich, velvety mouthfeels. Very strong, unmistakable. And I've never had this, though. The blue
The silver top is still my favorite Garrison Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Ooh.
over these and the cowboy was.
It's going to jump out at you. It's completely different than that balcony.
It is. I'm almost getting like little bits of chocolate on here. Those
Now,
that.
were you talking about your recent vacation trip when you came back with a trunk full of whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
we spent
we weren't.
entirely.
No,
too
we
much.
were before in Texas
Yeah.
where you spent too much there too.
Yeah. Well,
I see a pattern emerging.
so I'm a Christmas show, right? So in March, we went to a Trans World Christmas Convention, which is it's Halloween and it's got a weird name, but it's Halloween and it's Christmas and it's escape rooms, all 3 in one
Ooh, I
convention.
love it.
You
Yeah.
had to get through the Halloween side to
Yeah.
get to the Christmas side.
But the big show is the Christmas Expo, which is in Vegas this year, and it was during the same time Rabbit Hole invited us down to Kentucky. So we're like, hey, what do we want to do for our anniversary? At the same time our anniversary is, and we want to go to the Bahamas. We want to go to Kentucky. Let's go to Kentucky to save money.
Ooh.
Yeah,
We
thought
didn't.
We thought it'd be cheaper.
Nope.
Big
No,
mistake.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Bahamas would have been much cheaper.
Wow.
Now, had we gone to Kentucky and not bought any liquor, it'd have been much cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But who? How can you
Or-
resist?
How do you do that?
Or maybe if you just bought a couple of bottles.
Yeah, we did. A couple bottles at each distillery.
Yeah.
15 distilleries in 5 days.
You got big eyes. 15 distilleries in
5 days, and then 2 totals.
and 2 totals. Goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you came back from that Dallas trip where you picked up, the silver top.
Yeah.
And I want to say you maybe 3 bills.
I spent 1,500.
Okay. You
She
spent
spent
1,500.
Close to the same.
Yeah, well then,
Well,
and you bought
the-
some for me.
Then I bought some for him. Yeah.
At the time, I was just buying cheap stuff because I didn't have a whiskey palate yet.
Mm.
So I was just trying to get the cheap whatever whiskey I could find
Ooh.
that was, around $20-some.
You okay there?
It's strong.
So I came home with all this stuff that didn't really taste that great.
Mm.
But I'm learning. Now I shop by ABV, so the higher the ABV, it's going to go in the cart.
Nice.
Mm.
There you go.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Now, Scott, I was noticing like during the board game, you weren't talking a whole lot.
Mm-mm.
I didn't talk a whole lot.
So I didn't know if you needed to get anything off your chest.
Yeah,
Or...
combed his beard.
Okay.
Yeah. I tried to adjust your air conditioner vent back there to get some.
Oh, more air.
Air.
Yeah, you do have a
It
vent back
was
there.
hot.
Very neat.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
So, how's the boom going for you guys today?
Pretty good,
Well,
actually.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
pace pretty good. I've got to admit, I'm getting into danger now.
Yeah.
So with Robert Licorice, I had 2. That's a no-no. And now I've had 2 with
You
you.
just got. Yeah, I mean,
But
you
we're
got
near
to.
the end.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're hour 10.
Right.
I'm feeling pretty good. In the past, it's usually about hour 7 to 8 where you
Yeah,
kind
you
of starts
get a voice
dragging.
or whatever.
Mm.
Right.
But
No,
I've
popping
been
in
kind of
solid.
powered right through.
I got to admit, when I had a couple of the sliders, I think just the metabolism got shifted. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I had to pop
Hawaiian
back out.
sweet rolls.
Right.
Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah,
Nicely
very
done.
well done.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, there's
those
so
are
much
good.
food here. It's like they're planning for an entire family reunion.
Yes.
And it's Scott, Bart, and like one cousin Shane,
Yep.
and like there's like 3 people here.
Someone
I was doing-
upstairs.
Well, I was doing ribs and brisket, but then Bart had to have fancy hot dogs.
Hey, hot links.
Links.
I agree. I
I
agree.
like the links, baby.
I did 2 types of hot links this afternoon. Hot links
Yeah,
are
but
awesome.
then you came
Shane-
up with armadillo eggs.
Shane had to
which
have
I haven't even
armadillo
had.
eggs.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
Good job, Shane.
the ham sliders and the jalapeno
Pennington.
stuffed jalapenos were for lunch.
Oh,
So
No,
Did you explain on here what the armadillo eggs
Yes.
actually are?
Yeah.
Okay.
because they look
Well, maybe.
weird.
it is a whole jalapeno, cored and then stuffed
Here's
with
another
cream
Yeah.
cheese in the filling. And then I bought Wagyu beef and
Wagyu.
pork sausage.
Yeah, I know.
my
Wrap
beef is
it
like
in.
the best in America.
Yes, and then he put it in a jalapeno.
And
Way
wrapped it in
better than
bacon.
strawberry beef.
And they're over there. Yeah.
Like you.
Actually, we could get those and show the.
Now, in case
Yeah.
you missed it,
Yeah.
I think it was Big Dog, maybe episode 2, that did request the Rye song from Cousin Shane.
The rye song.
He said the Rye song. So yeah, Rye whiskey.
whiskey.
Oh yeah.
So,
So there's the armadillo eggs.
Yeah, look at this. I think
Be
you'll
able to see 'em.
lose. Yeah, you can kind of
Oh, you can kind of see them.
That's it.
Basically, a whole
They are
whole
huge.
jalapeno that's wrapped in pork and beef, and then bacon and smoked.
I want it.
You want to try one?
Yeah,
Just a bite, or you want the whole thing?
whole thing.
put it in your mouth at one
No,
time.
I shouldn't. I
You
shouldn't
want to
do
slice
that.
it? Or you
No.
gonna eat it like that.
Well, I should slice it. Grab a little.
I've got trays over there.
Yeah, or the little lid underneath that.
I had never heard of armadillo. eggs
Neither had I.
No, but they're awesome.
Before this.
Yeah.
Well, I made smoked jalapenos today, bacon wrapped and all that at home. We smoked before we came here. And I'm like, this is triple the size of what I
Big.
made a couple hours ago.
Right. I'll let
That's
Scott
all.
slice that one up.
Oh.
He's carrying that knife around, making me
Hey,
nervous.
we're all friends here. We're all
I know.
friends.
He's like, yeah, you made fun of
See,
me.
this is why you bring whiskey over
That's
with
right.
the guy that has a knife.
Right.
So,
Mhm. Congratulations on your retirement. By
Thank
the way.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
living the dream.
Yep.
Living. Look at that. He's gonna
It's,
cut that up.
I'm adjusting already.
He's already adjusted.
It's
Okay.
it didn't take long
I'm
to
going
let
to
it
drink
go.
whiskey and do things that I want to
Yeah.
do all the
And
time.
not go into
Or
work.
don't do things.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make a lot of meat. Smoke some meat. Got that.
You know,
Ah,
you should do like a meat of the month club.
yeah, you should. You'd probably get like 100,000 subscribers if you did like smoked
Right,
armadillo.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Now, folks, if you haven't started putting up your Christmas lights yet, start putting up your Christmas lights.
While the weather is still nice.
When the weather's nice, you put up your lights.
Mhm.
That is rule
Grab the
number
camera.
1.
Bring the camera over here.
Okay, hold on.
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the armadillo egg slice there, so you can see the jalapeno wrapped in the beef and the sausage.
Look at that. Delicious.
That's it.
Bam.
Whiskey cooking show.
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah.
There you go.
Emerald Lagasse of whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Donner Pass Whiskey says those look amazing.
Mm.
Sugar Kitty says bacon.
And you can't go wrong. Wrap anything in bacon. You wrap a Tootsie Roll in bacon. It's going to make the bacon taste better and the Tootsie Roll taste better.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact.
Who knew?
Tootsie Roll is a top 5
That
candy,
beef
folks.
is good. Good call on the beef.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
No Wagyu.
Wagyu
Did you guys
beef.
want?
Yeah.
Oh, well, help yourself.
I don't.
And there's more.
Mm.
We're a lot more.
We ate right before we came.
Mm. Big mistake.
Eat it.
Oh, it's good.
Eat it. My goodness.
That is tasty. Mm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Shane as well. Shane's idea, and he was kind of the driving force of them. Well, Leanne is tuning in. She was down at the La Quinta where these were. I don't know if she got to try one or not, but they come out pretty good. That is pretty good.
So Fight for Sound says, wow, let me get this up here. Wow, what production value. You guys are getting better. Yeah, we can just zoom in with our other little camera.
So Scott went down to the Bastard's Ball, and
Uh-huh.
he's in a parking lot with cousin Shane, as one does. And he sees a stranger and says, "Hey, stranger, you want to get in my car? You need a ride?" He goes, "Yeah, take me to the airport."
Yeah, I'd like to go to the airport.
Not like to the other side of the parking lot. Well, Scott thought it's a whiskey convention of
Yeah.
sorts, and Scott thought, "Hey, this guy needs a ride to the other parking lot."
He thought it was an Uber.
It was fun. I found it funny.
But
Yeah,
you had to take him
watch
like
that.
across
Yeah.
town or something.
Well, we were going back. It was about 15 miles back to the La Quinta. I said, well, I'll take you to the La Quinta. But yeah, we're leaving the Bastard's Ball and walking right there by the parking lot. Guy with his backpack. He was at the whiskey deal.
Okay.
Wasn't just a hitchhiker. But
Right.
me and Shane pull over. I'm like, you need a ride? And the guy's like, yeah. I'm like, well, get in. He's getting in. I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah, which
Wichita.
parking lot? Which parking lot?
I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's parked in one of the parking lots. He goes, airport.
We're not
Like-
going that far.
Which one? He goes, the Austin airport. Oh,
Nope.
dude, I'll take you to the La Quinta.
Yeah.
Shane, keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Cover down, baby. Cover down.
Shane was like, I'm scared.
Yeah. Was he bearded?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Right.
okay. He's all right then.
He was an ice feather.
Yeah.
And a nice
Matter if
handshake.
he had a beard or not.
I don't know. I just saying. It's wrong because he's bearded.
Paint the
He's
picture.
more
Alright.
dangerous. More
Alright.
dangerous with the beard.
Bart, there's links, there's ribs. The
Oh,
ribs are a little
links.
overcooked. The meat's falling off of those.
Oh, that
Still
was
good.
Still good.
Still good.
Where are we at?
That is pretty good. The armadillo eggs turned out
is.
good.
Mhm.
A lot better than the burnt one I ate to get rid of so
Really?
no one else would get it.
God. Oh my.
You know, as the cook, you've got to
Gotta take one for the team.
you got to make sure that no one gets the bad ones.
Hmm.
So, for folks like us who learn drinking whiskey by watching YouTube, what advice do you have for a new whiskey person?
Well, Bart will disagree with me here.
Yep.
I say, I say stick with the easier drinking, lighter whiskeys.
Which that's what we did.
Yeah, stick with the 40%ers. At first, even a 40% whiskey is strong.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, work your way up. Start at the beginning, the lower level. Work your way up. But
I would just say attend a tasting. Because if
Okay.
you can either go to a tasting or if you can get a bunch of friends together and buy several bottles,
Mhm.
pool it, and then pick different things, and then say, "Oh, I really like this, hate that."
Mhm.
Now you've refined
That's a
and
good
you've done it as a gathering. So,
What age group are we talking?
so
the Garrison
The
Brothers
mature
is
age group.
that does not drink like it's 57.
It doesn't, which is why I suggested you do Balcones first. It
Yeah.
doesn't blow out your palate because Garrison Brothers it's a 55 versus a 60, but it drinks above its weight.
mhm.
A lot of Dr. Pepper, a lot of Coca-Cola, a lot of walnuts on there for me.
I mean, even sitting here eating, barbecue, and I had a bite of a burnt end and a piece of rib and a armadillo egg, and that thing still powers in there.
It does.
But it's not necessarily burning like it's a high ABV. It's just it saturates the palate.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of depth to it.
You can have
It's
A
got
lot
a
of
solid
richness.
profile.
Yeah.
And they only make this every 2 years. So they do make it, but this is the 2020 version. They make it every 2 years. So it's a one-off. Once they make, I want to say 1,500. I may be wrong. It's probably wrong. They make a certain number of these and then they don't make any more. And when they're out, they're out.
That's
That-
good.
Woo.
How much
That
was
does
that
stand
one?
out.
Is that a 150
150.
Mm.
bottle?
I think that's right.
150.
That's pretty
And
good.
they're going. It's hard to find them under 200. And Total had it. 2021 is 2021. The Total had it for 150, but they're hard to find in general. Oh, 15,000. Okay.
Yeah, 15,577.
Yeah. So yeah,
Whole
but-
number.
and someone I forget. It's not Pot Still Alive. I forget who was in the chat earlier, but said Garrison Brothers small batch ruined him on all Garrison Brothers products. It's his least favorite product. I'm like, all right. Okay.
I thought their small batch is still good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it, but he did not care for it that much.
I think that depends. if you're a big bourbon fan, I can see how some of the Texas whiskeys turn you off. Might offend your palate. They are unique. They can be a lot
They
more.
do have a whole different.
They can. And most of the time they do. And especially but I don't think the small batch Garrison Brothers is cask strength.
No,
is that like the 94?
45 maybe?
Yeah, 90, 94.
Yeah,
so that's one of the lighter. And I mean, that's one of their core range. That one probably is the weakest on the palate. I don't know, but this one, if you had, I don't know if, you take someone that sits around and drinks, Eagle Rare or Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, and you pour them some of that, they're going to,
they'll wake up.
They're going to lock up.
I'm having a whiskey seizure.
I thought you were having a medical issue for a
Jesus,
second.
help me.
That was some good, that was some good acting. I was like, is he choking? He's choking on some Wagyu.
Whiskey Wagyu. Whiskey Wagyu.
Ooh,
Yeah, it'll wake you up.
you got a jalapeno down the wrong pipe.
I haven't even added any water to that.
Yeah,
Let me
that's a
I've
water
just got a
must.
little bit left, but
Mhm.
that is, I mean, it's a nice, rich, just saturating palate on it.
Yeah, for me, I guess for us, but at least for me, Texas and Colorado right now, I'm digging what both states are doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got straight ahead. You just got an email that the snowflakes coming out.
Yeah, I did. I think December. It was the whatever day. What day are we going to see the Shockers play state?
I don't remember.
I think it's the same weekend as that game. So
Yeah, we went to Stranahan's in July of last year, and went to and they gave us we're saying, hey, we love what you guys are doing, and we don't have a snowflake, but here's 3 things that we don't want anybody else try.
You got to go to their cask thief. That's
Yeah. I've
Tom
heard great
R
things.
wants to know if this is Zima. Doing the
Zima's-
12-hour show, yeah, that's water, and I'm pouring a lot of it.
So is the Zima going to make an appearance? Or is that a secret?
No appearance. So
Nope.
it's currently not even available. I don't think. Yeah.
Stupid COVID.
Yeah.
Ruining everything.
ruining our
Can't get
lives.
Zima.
Why you got to screw up 12 hours of boom COVID?
Wow. Oh, we used to
Stupid.
toast it.
It was just around for the 5-year show they had. That was the last summer they made it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was just
Somebody has a case in their basement that they've forgotten about.
They keep it.
Probably. I
Yeah.
used to drink Zima.
It's probably sitting right next to Clear Pepsi.
That's right. So did Scott. Scott loved the Zima.
That's what I hear.
Well, he likes the straw, the grenadine, and the lime in there
Right.
with a koozie around it.
Scott, how's the barbecue? Says Eric Evanson.
Good. But not that Eric Evanson.
And Lana says, hey, I enjoyed Zima when it first came out. It was very refreshing.
Mhm.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Something
refreshing.
different.
Something different. That's right. They had a great marketing campaign as well. Mhm.
So what are you boys doing for your Christmas displays this year?
If I get motivated, I'll do the tree as you
All right.
taught me.
Yeah.
As you taught me to do the tree.
We've got these little Santa Clauses we put out in the house.
You just set them
Nice.
out there and
Yeah,
they
nice.
plug in. Are they
No.
plug? Oh, they just sit there.
Yeah.
Like a troll or like a gnome.
They're about this tall.
Well, one cool thing that's coming out, they're called Smart RGB CW. RGB is red, green, blue. CW is cool
Oh.
white, and W is warm white. And you plug them in, you hook them up to, you download the app, and then if you have Alexa here, you just tell Alexa what color you want your house to be, and it just does it for you.
Really?
That's fine.
So it's an
And it
easy
just
hack.
shines a light right on your house.
Yep, floodlight. They're rated IP66, so there's no dust, no water. You can have a power sprayer on these things. They're not going to get any water in them.
Really?
You just throw them down on the ground, and you just tell Alexa whatever color you want your house to be, or many colors, or
I'm not certain you've tested the power washer thing.
Oh,
I have not tested.
okay. You
that.
might,
Challenge
that might be a
accepted.
show. Yeah, that'll be a
Soon
show.
coming. A power.
That's it.
Well played.
Yeah.
That is
Well
good.
played.
So how much are these? This actually sounds like something I could.
It's about 200 for a 4-pack,
Okay.
but I haven't. Now I just kind of want to destroy them to see if I can destroy them. I was going to say you can throw down on the concrete. Nothing's going to happen. But I may have to do that.
Well,
Careful.
you know.
Yeah. People love watching.
I have a
that.
lot of them.
I call
Yeah.
bullcorn on that one.
Yeah, I don't think you'd do it.
Mm-mm. No, I don't think it would work. I don't think it would.
Okay.
Oh, you think the power washer would wreck it?
No, you throw it down on the concrete.
Oh yeah, that seems over the top.
Yeah.
It's industrial grade. It's
Okay. All right. Well,
I might have to do that.
I
That's,
don't
that's
people want to
tempting.
see that.
That's tempting.
How did you get into a YouTube channel?
Oh, YouTube channel.
Yeah.
put Christmas lights?
I've been doing Christmas lights since 2010 animated. When we got married, she's like, I know you like Christmas lights, just do it. Go all out.
Go
So
in.
we got everything. We won the Kansas Christmas light fight, and Bart's like, you need to tell people how to do this because people ask me questions all the time. Just do
Well,
a
and
YouTube
he's
show.
huge into it. It's like if I start talking about board games,
Yeah.
see what happens right there?
Okay.
But yeah, there's no stop. It's just like board games, cardboard, woo! Right. So Christmas would come around and he'd be like, "Oh my God, I got an RGP light. You throw it on the ground." I'm like, "What are you talking
It's
about?"
IP66.
Yeah, it's IP. You put a power washer on it, number 5, and it won't even mess with it. And I'm like, "What are you talking about? What is this? This is crazy." Yeah, and then like you were like, "Yeah, I'm on there. You took a month off."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What are you taking a month off? Who does that?" I do it. You just own it. You're like, "I'm right here." And then even we were stuck out in bad weather one time at work and zero effect on him. I'm like, "Aren't you cold?" It's like hanging lights.
Oh, yeah. It is.
Oh, like, well, they're like a Superman over here. You're like, "Well, I've been outside for a month straight living in the weather." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Well, you hang lights when the
Rambo.
weather's nice, but something always goes wrong. So
Sure.
you got to get out there in the cold. You got to fix whatever's wrong.
Yep. So then I told him, I'm like, "You need a show, man. Your passion. You need a show." He was like, and that next thing you know, he's like, "You know, you can get on the community page." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm on the community page. He knows everything. Oh, yeah. And then he's like, "I edit from my phone." What?
Oh, yeah.
How do you do that? That sounds hard.
But right now, and I didn't know there was even a hole there, but right now I am the only person in North America who teaches this.
Wow.
There's nobody else. I mean, there's
Good.
lots of pixel. And pixel is the light bulb. You can tell it what to be, how intensity, any color you want. I have a 16
Isn't that
million.
the Disney
But it's
Yeah.
easier.
movie shoot a pixel?
It's
Well,
expensive, but easier to run.
Yeah, I start hanging my AC lights, and AC lights are just a string of lights. The first weekend after September 15th, and I'm usually done Thanksgiving morning.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it's a dedication.
If we switch to a pixel light show, I could be done in a weekend.
Yeah, he'd just be
And
done.
programming the songs take a long time too.
Oh yeah. Every 60 seconds of programming a song is about 10 hours.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
have
Every
to tell-
60 seconds.
You have to tell every single string when to be on and what intensity to be.
Yeah.
So that way it dances to the music.
So everybody's bailing out of doing that because the pixels takes you a weekend.
So, well, this is how Gene got into whiskey.
yeah,
Watching him.
yeah. She's in the window like, "Hey, you missed
And
a
she's like, "What's
light."
this?" Oh,
Charlie left
Yeah,
this. What
yeah,
is
look
it?
at- oh, Charlie,
I'm
you're
going to need
double.
some of it.
you
Yeah.
get it around the tree,
Yeah.
around the tree.
The part that I really don't like though is when I can't get in and out of the driveway because
Oh,
of the
yeah.
buses and the traffic.
Yeah,
I'm
Oh.
like, oh my
yeah.
god.
It's because they're
Yeah.
they're like a hot show in town.
there are other shows that are better than us that I love, but people like coming to ours. And last year, I'm guessing because of COVID, we had to line 4 blocks long. You couldn't even Central, which is a major thoroughfare, was backed up. A neighbor down the street kind of got into it, and he has an 18-foot tall wooden
What?
reindeer that he lights up.
Lots of
So you got neighbors mad at you or no?
No,
Oh,
Yeah, neighbor-
at
good neighbors.
first, the neighbor across, he doesn't live there
Oh,
anymore.
Yeah, he moved.
He was a Grinch and thought, "I'm
Yeah.
selling the house."
It's like, hey, can you turn the music down? Because we have outdoor speakers, so when folks walk up, they can sit down on the bench or whatever and just kind of watch the lights. He didn't like
The bench.
the bench got stolen.
The bench got stolen.
My
Yeah.
bench was stolen.
Yeah.
We get a lot of foot traffic, so we'll leave a bench out there for folks to sit down and watch a show. And a
Genius.
guy pulls up on camera and he's like, I think this bench is for free.
Yeah.
10 feet into the grass and facing the house.
Yeah.
So he's
That
pulling it
bench
out.
was left out as refuse. I'm taking it.
My neighbor later says, hey, I saw a guy steal your bench.
Yeah, thanks.
You have my phone number.
Yeah, thanks
You know
for
what 911
thanks
is.
for helping out.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then the local news channel did a story on people stealing our benches. So,
Wow. Did a bunch of benches show up?
no.
I figured people donate benches.
Meth is.
Method dopers that hate Christmas.
Good times. But if we switch to pixels, that'll be a weekend. One thing I'm going to do new this year, wearable Christmas lights. And I had a company that sent me a ton of Christmas ornaments that are designed to smell like real Christmas trees, because real Christmas trees,
Like
fun
punk.
fact, are actually graded are have been bred to not be as pungent and smell anymore. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, so he saw this as a whole and decided to make a whole Christmas ornament out of it. Send me a case. I'm gonna walk up and down with wearable Christmas lights this year, greeting folks and handing out free ornaments.
And smelling like a Christmas tree.
Hell yes, I'm smelling like a Christmas tree.
I'm a lucky woman.
Yeah, stand back, ladies.
Yeah, watch out.
I'm taking.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. and we like to drink whiskey.
There you go.
So,
That sounds great.
yeah, the multicasting we just started 4 or 5 months ago, not too long ago. So,
It's
multicasting
actually-
channel,
I think
so.
it's close to a year now.
Real now.
Yeah, it was before the end of the year last year.
Moving on. Time flies when you get to drink whiskey with your wife.
Oh, that's a good thing.
She likes to laugh at me, so it's all great.
Check in on Shane and Jake's. They're gone. Where'd they go?
Uh-oh, they left.
They
What
went
did-
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
they were
turn the
going
camera.
out there practicing.
turn
Sorry,
the-
yeah, we
Yeah,
had
we
a
have to
table
mute.
set up for them,
Mute our microphone.
but they
and all that.
left.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now,
Look
what
at
are
that.
they going to start their musicality?
I don't know. Maybe, well, definitely the very last show.
They might be practicing.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
probably
okay.
practicing, but sometimes we'll cut to them and we'll have a little
Yeah.
expose.
Mhm.
But they're practicing. But so very cool. So and I've been off for a week, so we don't need to go into details. But how was it last week? Well, sorry, never mind. Forget. Never mind. How was the
Hold on, I'm
Christmas?
going to do my
Yeah,
Scott.
he's got to do the look.
I can't do the Scott.
There's rules I'm supposed to follow, but
I
I'm
can't do
10
the
hours
Scott.
in. You can do it.
I
Damn.
can't do the Scott.
That's brutal. Look at the
Boom.
camera when you do that, though. That looked mean.
That was for Gene, so Gene could
Yeah,
see.
that was
Thank you.
mean. Yeah, that was terrible.
Uh,
That was angry.
Gene loves Scott's deadpan.
Yeah,
As long as
he does.
As long as Scott ain't
He's
choking
got a
you,
lot of
good.
disdain that he holds in and he releases it to the camera.
It's usually when Bart starts talking for like a long, long
That's
time,
true.
and then Scott just like, oh my.
Oh, they know.
I was like, oh, God, board game.
Who was? Oh, we went live. We were talking Pete with SMWS, and Ben had asked you something about you getting into Pete, like a Pete. And it was
I
like
got a
10
little
minutes.
excited.
10 minutes later, Bart was
Yeah.
still
He
talking.
finally was like, you gonna let me talk?
I'm like, there's more than one of you here.
What? I'm like, are you talking?
Do I get to answer the
Did you?
question?
Are words coming out of your mouth?
Brings up a good point. You bring up Pete.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gene loathes
Loathes. That's fine. I didn't like it at first.
Lafroig 10,
I
Oh.
love
What?
Pete.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
I love Pete.
but not
and
the
I
10.
but I cannot do the
Lafroig
Lafroig
10,
10 for
really? A
whatever
little bit of
reason.
citrus?
And I've gone back after
Huh.
I've developed my Pete
Mhm.
palate,
Yeah.
gone back to the
So-
Lafroig 10, and I still cannot do it. But you said your love for Pete happened with Lafroig 18.
18. Well, that was one of them.
It's a
It didn't-
milder.
That one didn't. That Brook Lottie 3D3. I don't
Yeah,
know. Oh, wait,
that was
you
good.
said you're into Pete, though, now.
Yeah,
I like it.
So the
Yeah.
question is, what Lafroig can she go to start liking Lafroig?
Try the
Oh, well, the
18.
18 or the
Yeah,
car,
the
the
18,
Carchis
Yeah.
triple wood. It's up there. Try the Carchis triple wood.
Right. That's a good one.
It's not mine.
That was good.
It's a heavy. It's
Not
a
yours.
sherry. It's sherry and
There's a sherry Lafroig.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
They were
Strength.
missing for a while on their cartridges. I even
Yeah.
quit buying them because I was like, I'm not,
Well, I
And
don't know.
then-
They were missing. They were just. There was
They're
a really
missing for
fine.
me. For me,
it was a very. They're usually like a wine cask finish or something extra, and they just got.
Mm.
There's really a fine. Just like, well, I don't know if I can really
yeah,
tell the difference here.
And then
For the
then he grabbed one, and I think you did a blind box on it or something. And I was like, wow, this is great. And then you're like,
That
look
was-
at
that was
this.
that
And I
one.
was like, what? Yeah, that was the Carchis. I think I said it
was
wrong.
the triple
Triple
wood.
wood. That was good.
Yeah.
Speaking of blind box, we were very surprised to see you still have the black box of whiskey up here.
Yeah.
Which, by the
Pointed
way,
right
is the
out.
episode
Yeah.
our first dummies coming on.
That was good.
I'm surprised it's still here and not like found
In
a
the
trash
trash.
liner.
Well, we haven't drank it a lot, and at some point in time, he wants to pour for everybody.
Yeah.
He just kept the plunger down because
Didn't I
it's
do that?
whiskey in a box.
Yes,
On
you
the
did.
video.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
you're
Funny.
spilling it. What are you doing? You're like,
Goes everywhere.
it's got a convenient button. It's
Now-
like whiskey or wine in a box.
So is that going to make an appearance in the next Go Back to top five? Go
We-
back
we
to
should.
whiskeys?
We should. No, we should. We should.
If you
show
haven't
that.
watched that episode, it's Comedy Gold. Go
Yeah.
back and watch
Black
the
Black box.
Black
Yeah.
Box
the
review.
black box and the liberal pour.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's such a liberal poll. Pour.
Pour.
It only votes Democrat votes. That's how
Whoa,
liberal a poll it
whoa.
was.
There you
Wow.
go.
But
Wow.
I'm
there.
Hello.
Christopher Malloy with a super chat.
Ding 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 ding.
Ring a ding a ling.
$2.
Did I miss the feats of strength?
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
We
did
already
have the
did those.
Festivus poll.
The Festivus poll.
Yeah,
The
Festivus for the rest of us. I will later I'll put on the turn the frown upside
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that out at
All
the
right.
we'll do that out at the pit.
We only got
Fire.
one more show.
I
before
know.
the
I don't
pit
want
of
to do
fire.
it with a guest. I feel it's rude to
fell
the guest.
down in a burning
Now, who's on
ring of
next?
fire. Scotch for dummies.
Oh, and I'll do it with the dummies. Oh yeah, they're gonna get to see it.
Yeah.
Maybe you may see an areola.
Yay!
Or two. Did you read the dollar bills?
I did.
Yeah. This is a shirt that once did embarrass myself. Even I was several shows in, and I was like, "This is a little embarrassing," and I'm wearing the shirt.
Isn't that still in your photo for the intro?
He probably put
I
that
think
in
it
there.
is.
Yeah, I think that is in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the evilness going on. I think I was wearing a shirt under the shirt though.
I think so.
It was worse
I
when
don't
there was
remember.
no shirt.
You used the wrong word. What better? Not worse. Better.
Shirt. Beta. It was
Yep.
beta. Where are we at? What do we got? Okay, this one's fast. You want to see something weird? Both MacBooks, this one's 2 minutes fast for some reason.
2 minutes.
It's showing a
it's-
different time.
It's
3 minutes
throwing
right
me
now.
off. 3 minutes fast.
Oh, okay.
It shouldn't be.
No, I've never seen.
But everything else is saying 6:41. That's
Mm.
6:44, and it keeps throwing me off.
Hmm.
So who knows what is going on with that?
MacBooks.
Yeah,
We do not own a MacBook.
No.
they're handy.
I've never read one.
It's a good read.
It's a knee
It's a good
slapper.
read. Yes.
Let's wrap it up, and then you can grab a couple bites to eat before
Right.
the Scotch for Dummies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can do a shirt change.
Shirt change up and coming. Thanks
is
to
it?
Charlie and Jean for joining
Yep,
us
thank
on set.
you.
Christmas on
Thanks for
Crestline.
Yes, check out
And
Christmas on Crestline.
Multicasting.
Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Yep.
Yep.
Thanks
they
for
got
having us
all
on.
that.
Heck yeah,
Oh,
boys.
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Fun.
So very nice. And I wish I saw you more often.
We'll work on that. We'll work
Yeah,
on
we'll
that.
work on it. We'll
Yeah.
work on it sometimes. So all right. Let's see. Let's say scotch it. You
Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.
Dummies.
Woo-hoo.